23rd. And the next day on the 24th, it'll be My Chemical Romance. Get the complete details on all of our upcoming shows on the concert page at KFAN.com, keyword calendar.
Yeah, do that. Thank you, Zacko. Welcome to the Power Trip Morning Show. Here we are.
Hi, Ben.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
What's new with you?
Hi.
How was Mother's Day?
It was fine, actually. Yeah, we didn't do too much. We went to a friend's house last night. They hosted us. They had a bunch of other families over there. And, yeah, we just kind of did a big Mother's Day dinner. But other than that, well, the one thing that we had to deal with, and thank God everything is okay now, but Saturday night we went to the game, the Wild game.
Yeah.
Saucerton.
Did you sit by PA and Sauce?
We did not. We did not.
I think you were behind us.
Ooh.
No, I meant.
God, okay.
No, not that.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. It's fine.
No,
Oh, good.
Listen, I found a way to get my family into the game. Sorry about that,
Glad they
Sauce.
let
You
you
know,
in.
No, I didn't
That's
mean.
all.
I
Aren't you
meant.
glad they at least
I
let
think
you
you
in?
guys were in a better situation.
Sounds like it was the opposite.
so we left, and we get all the way home, and my wife's like, "I don't have my purse. I think
Oh,
I left
my
it in the
God.
back of the chair."
Oh, my.
Yep. So anyway,
And you can't rip her. It's Mother's Day weekend. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't do the whole look. Every time you leave somewhere, it's keys, cell phone, wallet. Keys, cell phone, wallet. Or in her case, whatever you have in your purse.
One thing.
You just have to
I know.
check.
And the thing is, like, and she even knew it too. She's like, I didn't even really need it. I go, I know. I was like, what did you have it for? I'm like, normally you give me your whatever card you want, an ID, and your lip gloss. Like I'm the the Sherpa. So okay. I mean, I'm not sure even why you brought it. Like I was like, I'll just try to figure it out. So we worked through some channels and stuff like that, and we got to some people, and it was not at Lost and Found yesterday. It was not at Guest Services. Wells and I drove back down to the arena, and we're like, let's just see if we can get in and just see, because like we know exactly where she put. There was a seat next to us that was empty, and she's like, I think I just put it in the seat, and then we just got up and left. I put my coat on and we left. So she's like, it's very possible it's just still sitting there. I'm like, I don't know. I'll drive back down there. So I go back down there. I sweet talk my way in. There's actually an event going on. There's like some ice skating thing going on. So like they were super nice. They escorted us to the area that we were sitting in, and it was not there. So thankfully, about 2 hours after we got home, I got a text from a buddy that's been helping out. And he's like, they found it.
Oh, my.
I'm like, thank God.
Jeez.
Wow.
So anyway,
So what was it? What was in the purse?
everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Her phone?
No. She had her phone.
Because she had her phone, but
She
everything
had her
else.
phone, and then it was like everything else. So it was like the purse.
And there was
which
nothing
had-
missing.
Well, we don't know yet because we haven't picked it up yet.
Oh.
Because we
Might be an
got
empty
we
purse.
got the text saying that they found it about an hour before we were going to the friend's house for dinner, and we still had to make an appetizer and all this other stuff. So
What are we doing?
That's what I said. What are we doing?
Yeah, what's
But-
the goal here?
But no, I'm busy right after the show with a whole bunch of stuff, so she's just going to drive back down there and pick it up. So that was pretty much our Mother's Day.
Did you say this to her at all at any point?
I know that, honey.
I kind of did, actually. Maybe not in that way.
What a true gift, though,
Yeah.
for Mother's Day is you having to bite your tongue for 24 hours because you can't rip her. You can't. It's
I know
Mother's
that,
Day.
honey.
Yeah,
I
the
know.
thing
Can't
is,
say anything.
even if it wasn't Mother's
I
Day,
know that.
honestly, it wasn't. I was never that worried about it. I was like, okay, where we were sitting, I just don't think that people were going to steal it or whatever. Somebody's got it. They just probably haven't turned it into the system yet to let us know, because you got to fill out this whole online form. And so, like, I really wasn't all that worried. I got a little bit more worried when we actually went down there, and they're like, no, it's nowhere to be found. But up until that point, I was like, we'll figure it out. You'll be fine. You know, all Saturday, she was freaking out on Saturday night. She's like, I got to cancel this, and I got to cancel this, and I have to go get another ID, and blah, blah, blah.
Right. And
I'm
she
like-
regularly carries about, what, 40K in cash?
Not a case.
Yeah.
You're right on the 40. She had $40. That's all she had.
That's enough to buy about a pretzel and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or gamble.
Yeah.
I
Good
know
idea.
that, honey.
So anyway,
Sorry, Rose.
the very nice, gracious people at Grand Casino Arena have helped us out, and we're going to get it back today.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So that was kind of our Mother's Day was really just honestly just sort of wrapped up into that the whole day until we went to the dinner party.
Oh, Mel. Wow.
So it feels like a bonus, but it's actually like she's just getting back to zero.
Right. We'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a win.
That's what Kelly calls going home from work.
I'm not a zero. Am I a zero?
No. That was called humor. Not good humor.
Yeah. Try it.
This is KFAN News with Chris Hockey, presented by the St. Paul Saints.
Vegas St. Paul Saints, tomorrow, 6:37, May 12th, Colorado, CHS Field. Get your tickets, saintsbaseball.com. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
So we beat Colorado tonight, and then we beat Colorado apparently tomorrow.
Hell yeah, man.
Hey, Ben.
Yes, sir.
You and I have looked at some
Oh, what did we look? What? Yes, we have looked at that before.
Really impressive gentlemen together. I would say that we've admired the physique of some men together.
Sure. Yeah. I'm not afraid to admit that.
Non-Viking, who's the one player that comes to mind when I say, I saw your eyes bulge out of your head. You couldn't believe the physique on this gentleman.
Well,
how big this person was.
I mean, now I could say Daniil Hunter because he's not on the team.
Right, but that's not.
How about David Boston?
That's a good one, but that's not who I'm going for. I thought it'd be easier than this. Sorry.
I'll take a guess.
Adrian Peterson.
No.
Is he in the news?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I know who it is.
Is it the guy that just signed a 1-year deal with the Chargers?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can do this.
David Njoku?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember how big that sumbitch was?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he was ridiculous.
Yeah. I thought I was going to be impressed by Myles Garrett, and I was. But damn.
That's a huge bitch.
Right?
Yeah.
He played for 9 years in Cleveland.
Wow.
9
Oh my
years?
God!
That's
Can
what
you
it says
imagine?
here.
What a nightmare!
Hideous.
It was 9 years?
It says after 9 years with Cleveland, Njoku moves on to catch passes from Justin Herbert.
Hair Bear.
Hair Bear. Hair Bear the Care Bear.
9 years.
Yeah, I
Doesn't sound
thought it was
right.
like 7 years, but
Anyway, there you go.
either way,
1 year, $8 million. That's a big dude, man.
yeah, huge.
I just wasted talent. Not anymore. Hair Bear's going to get him.
Who do you, in your mind, who's got is he kind of on the top? I know he's topical, but you've seen a lot of dudes in the locker room.
Sure, I have, yeah.
Who impresses you the most?
Boy, it's
Or
hard.
has impressed you the most?
Yeah, it's hard to beat our linebacker right now.
Eric Wilson?
Eric Wilson.
Yeah, gosh.
Jeez Louise, man. He's just, damn.
Isn't this Tommy's bit?
I mean, honestly, come on, man. It's like, that's not fair. I'm a gentleman as well.
I know. Gosh.
Right? Anyway,
Yeah.
the news. There you go. Hey, Corey.
Yes, sir.
Remember when we watched that, what the hell's that animal that moves real slow?
Sloth.
Slothy
Yeah, the
sloth.
sloth that swam across the
Yeah.
lake after it took him a couple of hours. It was like a bay.
Yeah, he was all horned up, right?
He's all horned up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking right now at a picture of a coyote standing on the shore of Alcatraz. A male coyote swam 2 miles to Alcatraz looking for
nub
How do they know?
You're on
in all the
camera.
wrong places.
Really?
Yeah. And he's looking around in this picture and it says, damn. Did that for nothing.
There's nothing here.
Yeah.
A lone coyote stunned biologists and others when it paddled its way to remote Alcatraz Island earlier this year, a former federal prison in San Francisco, in case you didn't know what that was. Surrounded by swift, choppy waters. At the time, biologists guessed the coyote swam from San Francisco, which is a little over a mile, to the fortress. But it turns out the male coyote actually made an even longer swim from Angel Island, 2 miles away. That poor guy. That poor guy.
You know, we always talk about like when a human's in the water and a great white shark bites them. It's to investigate.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's just like, what is this? And then they bite us and they realize, oh, this isn't good.
This is what I
and then you
wanted.
bleed out, but still,
you're dead, but
a lot of the times they let you go.
They say they're sorry.
Can you imagine in San Francisco, great white sharks just swimming along, and all of a sudden a coyote's swimming, and they're like, what in the sweet hell is this?
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't see things that are hairy like that.
Yeah.
No.
Hawk, no.
Calm down.
And he's steering, because
Yeah. He's got a nice rudder going.
Oh yeah, he's swimming with purpose.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Not a porpoise. That's something different, Paul. And made it all the way without getting eaten by a great white
how
shark.
about that? I never thought about that. He made it there without getting eaten by a shark.
Oh, shark-infested waters.
Yeah,
man.
Again, that coyote, if he had tasted the water, if it tasted like salt, there would have been sharks in the water. And my guess is that it did taste like salt.
Yeah.
So after he gets to the island, which I'm sure he's exhausted.
Yeah, they said he looked like a drowned rat when he ended up on the island. Is what they're saying. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So after he sniffs around and doesn't find the female he's looking for, how does he get the poison out?
That's a very tale as old as time, man.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he did all that work, which he thought was going to be a giant payoff.
Yeah, sure.
And he's like, dude, I'm just going to...
I'm pretty sure he looks back at the shore that he just swam from, and he realizes he just risked his life and wasted his life, and he just says, I live here now.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, this is it for
Where's
me.
that damn road runner?
I'm going to say that the seabirds are hating their lives right now.
Oh.
Yeah, but for the time being, he probably is exhausted, and he just unleashed on himself, and he's going to take a nap.
Yeah, he took up smoking.
Yeah.
They're going to try to trap him and get him back to another island. That's what they're looking to do right now. Yeah.
They should actually play dating games and they should be a matchmaker, because they should, after all of that, they should find an island or a little secluded place where at least he's got a couple choices.
You just put one Roadrunner on Alcatraz Island and just film it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but that's after he finds what he's looking for.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean,
he still hasn't found what he's looking for. I also would say, back to the sloth video, I didn't know a sloth could swim.
Yeah.
Me either.
I didn't until about 2.5 minutes ago. I didn't know a coyote could swim.
Yeah, well, like
let
I said,
alone 2 miles.
Scientists didn't know they could swim that far. But you know what? The things you'll do.
Yeah. The things you do.
Now, do they think that Alcatraz was his final destination?
Or did
the currents just push him into that island?
Because he's a coyote.
Yeah, good point.
He didn't know Alcatraz was over there. Did he see that far?
No, he does love The Rock, the movie, though.
Did he just look around and be like, man, am I sick of these ladies?
Yeah, you are.
They leave their purses at the game.
Yeah, what
You're
about
living out loud, huh?
maybe it's not the coyote that's horny. Maybe it's the scientist, right? Maybe the coyote literally fell into the water and the waves just brought him all the way there. He had no choice. He did nothing. He was just fighting to stay alive.
It was against his will.
And the scientists are like, why in the sweet hell would a coyote swim 2 miles? And some guy goes,
there's only one
reason. Only one. Right. Has to be.
No,
I agree.
He's not looking for new employment.
You're projecting.
Can't be for exercise. There's no food source there. It can't be for food. What else could it be?
Yeah, Dr. Hockey, please relax.
Or somebody just got caught in a riptide.
Now they think he's the horniest animal alive.
The clumsiest coyote of all time. Just falls down an embankment and gets swept all the way to Alcatraz.
No, buddy.
And now he's national news.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's the news.
All right. Paul, when we come back, we're going to talk about sports.
Yeah, and Papa's here.
Papa?
This is the Power Trip Morning Show with Ben Leber on the Fan.
The Fan. Jefferson. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Power Trip Morning Show, and it's a lovely Monday morning in the Twin Cities and beyond. We've got Vikings news to talk about, lots of Wolves, lots of Wild. But Papa's here. There's a big event tonight with our friend Mark Parrish.
Good to see Pear Bear on Friday.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He was
Looking
locked
good.
in, too, on initials, man.
Us.
His head was clear. His mind was right, and he dominated.
Yeah,
Welcome
without
back to
him
Mark
being here,
Parrish.
I would have dominated. I was having a good morning, but he just killed me.
Yeah, he was very good.
He was very good. Yeah, and he's got an event tonight. Am I right about that, Saucy Sauce?
Yeah, with, you need to move over by Leber, Peter. Peter, my Uncle Peter.
Pete Sauce?
Pete Sauce is
Papa?
here. Yeah, Papa's here. At Loose Lime Brewery for Mark Parrish, our good pal.
Can I talk on this?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
there we go. It's a microphone.
You're on, buddy. You're on. You're
This how this
good.
works? Okay.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, we are having a great event tonight from 5 to 7 at Loose Lime Brewing.
we have a beer called It's Okay Not to Be Okay, and it's for Mental Health Awareness Month. And the Parish Foundation is a recipient of some of our proceeds from the beer, $1 for every 4-pack that's sold, and $1 tonight for every pour that's made. So
let's do it.
Come on out and support them, support the family. It's a great cause. It's and then we're following up with the Wild game right after.
Yeah, man. Perfect night. It's great. And that's a great spot that you guys have that too, man. Right on the running path there.
Yep.
Right on the biking path right there.
We had I couldn't count all the bikes we had this weekend up there.
Yeah. Can imagine.
And now Sauce has no excuse because now he moved to Plymouth.
I know. I saw that.
We'll be there, yeah.
He was there.
Yeah.
Last year we were all there together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
It'll be a fun night.
Are you going?
I mean, I'm really, really, really busy today.
Watching poker?
Oh, no.
I mean, the series starts in like 3 weeks. I got to do prep, you know?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I gotta watch the all
isn't it right by your house now, too?
Yeah,
it's extremely close.
Yeah, it's extremely close.
there,
That's
sure.
interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they have
it's
Initials
interesting.
game live on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
What?
Tomorrow. We finally got on the leaderboard. I like that.
Oh, I got to see it.
We got on the
I'll have to
top
swing by and
one.
see it.
Look, you
Wow.
know,
Is that right?
Eventually, we're going to have a concert there in that parking lot as well.
That would be great.
We have to make that happen.
Yep.
I'd like that. We're doing all kinds of things over at Loose Line.
But that's 5 to 7 tonight, right? And
supporting
Parrish
mental
said he's going to
health,
be
man.
there.
I appreciate
Parrish and Nikki are going to be there.
Yep.
Sauce,
Mark and Nick, you're gonna both
you
be
have
there?
committed to being there.
Yeah. Louis will be there. Hawk's daddy will be there.
Yep, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Will your daddy be there?
That's Hawk's daddy.
Oh.
Same. You ought to know that by now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah, right.
I can't keep this family lineage
It's
straight
just-
anymore.
It's so weird when you walked in that one time. But you know what? You dealt with it well. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Didn't make it weird for him.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it would be a fun event.
5
Great
to
night
7.
for it.
It's okay not to be okay. And it
It
really
is.
is, everybody. So
Their second
let's
year with them,
gather
so
together.
it's a great second time giving it to the Parish Foundation, so we're thrilled about it.
Yeah, man.
Awesome.
All right. Good.
Good to
Well,
have
that's
Mark
fine.
back.
We'll watch the Wild game together. Listen to it on the fan.
That would be great. We can turn on the fan right in the tap room.
I love it. Thank you. Sounds good to me. Let's do it. We should give people the address, by the way. Do you have it off the top of your head?
Yeah, it's 12901 16th Avenue North in Plymouth.
Yeah.
It's kind of under the big water tower in Plymouth.
Right off of Shifty Schwab.
That's right.
Right off 55 and 6. Yep.
That's right. Let's do it.
Shifty 5, I like that.
Good spot.
That's really close.
It
I'll
is
be
very
there,
close
yeah.
to your place.
First summer it hasn't been closed down, 55.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Give it time.
But they don't have plans for
Trying
it?
to get here was like,
Yeah.
Just forget
almost
it.
need a helicopter.
I know.
Forget it.
Yeah.
It's okay. But you made it, and you brought coffee, and we appreciate
And
it.
I got beer out there for everybody.
I like that you do. Thank
Beer
you.
and coffee
beer and
together?
coffee.
Yeah, perfect.
Mm, Perfect combo.
I like it.
Yeah. Good. Can you make tequila for Ben?
Sure.
Good.
Yeah, let's do it.
Right on. Okay, let's do some sports then.
You want to watch your nephew do really, really good broadcasting?
I'd love to see this.
Well,
But
don't
he
hold your
thinks you're
breath.
talking about Dov.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dobbs not here.
It's time for Fan 5 on the
Or
Power
Garlar.
Trip.
Now look at this. Your uncle is watching you work. This is your profession. This is your career.
Career?
He took you to Major League when you were like 4 years old.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he's blamed you for that a million
I
times.
know.
Do you want to stand up for yourself
I
and
was
deny
7.
that?
No, I took him.
Yeah, he did.
I'm not going to deny it.
And my dad said it was okay, even though the F word's every other word in that movie.
He just wanted to get you out of the house.
That's your
Yeah.
origin story, right? It's a butterfly effect.
Yeah.
You're not sitting here today unless Peter took you to Major League
Yeah.
when you were way too young.
Yeah, it's 7.
Yeah.
Pete Sauce could have been like, I'm taking him to Kabul, and Lawyer Leber would be like, that's cool. Go ahead.
Here's some extra money.
Yeah, here, take some money.
KOD, I'm taking him.
Yeah, he wouldn't have cared. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Pressure's on.
Let's go.
The
Let's go.
Wolves got a Mother's Day gift in the second quarter. Wemby cocked back and elbowed
Whoa.
Naz Reid in the face. He was ejected. The Wolves cruised to victory. Well, they didn't. They needed 36 from Ant. 16 were in the fourth quarter to even the series after a 114-109 victory. Game 5 is tomorrow in San Antonio at 7. You can hear that game on the Fan. The Spurs are a 9.5-point favorite.
Let's go.
I know you guys talked about this in the first probably 45 minutes of the show, but I can't help but think that this is just such a false sense of security that we have right now.
I know. I'm worried about
I
that.
mean, we barely beat them with Wemby out. The shot selection and the play in the third quarter was atrocious. The fact that we don't have a plan for when Ant gets double teamed consistently. We
can't inbound the ball.
We can't inbound the ball. We come out of timeouts with the worst play calls ever. It's like, oh, I guess we're just going to ISO this. Like You guys just took 3 minutes to draw up an ISO play. Like, I don't understand what's going on here. Yes, we won, but I think everybody that watched that game, I don't know about you guys. I don't feel better about that game. I don't feel better about our situation after watching that game.
No, the only two things I feel good about or better about is, like I mentioned to start the show, when we knew that Ant was out for, quote, weeks, and then they started to say, like, optimistically, maybe game 3 or game 4 of this series. The fact that he's back and has played all 4 games, and I thought looked his best last night, even though he flat out still admitted he's not 100%. He said in that post-game interview that he would have dunked over that dude if he had his legs completely there.
Yeah.
So there's that. I think Ant's getting better by the game. So that's good. But also, that was, outside of his three-point shooting, that was kind of vintage Naz Reid last night. He's not been great, I don't think, in the postseason, but I thought he was kind of a do-it-all last night. I thought he had some major clutch shots. We need way more Naz in Game 5 like that. I love when Rudy doesn't touch the ball unless it's a dunk.
Yep.
They did a good job of that last night. We obviously aren't getting enough out of Julius Randle. That's
the point right there, right?
The Randle thing is driving everybody nuts.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
It turns the ball over too much.
Yeah.
He puts the ball, I mean, obviously the turnovers, but like he'll get deep in the lane and then he'll just chuck the ball. And it's like, did you have a plan? He's not consistent. He is used to kind of bully up on Wemby when Wemby's in the game, and when Wemby didn't play, he didn't really have a role. It was real odd.
Jim P was ripping him last night.
Yeah, he should be. Yeah, he should be.
Like, especially in the defensive side, he's like, you might want to, Julius Randle might want to cover that guy.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Well,
Yeah.
I also don't understand the first game 1 that we won, and we were like, whoa, this is a great looking team that we haven't seen yet. How much ball movement there was. We moved the ball all around on our offensive zone.
We do it good.
And then the more playing time that Ant gets, it's more ISO ball for the whole team. It's either he gets trapped, we have no answers for the trap or the double team, he gets the ball out, and then somebody decides like, oh, I guess the only play here is just to drive the lane, and then there's 3 guys standing there, and we put up a terrible shot.
Did you hear, I played this earlier, Ben, but Ant talking about how it was actually harder to play against them without Wemby?
I think it was kind of harder just because, of course, they're a really great team with him on the floor, but they play a lot slower when he's on the floor because, everything is evolved around him. When he's not on the floor, everybody is playing. It's just like, when every team is missing their best player, everybody plays free, they get more shots, more confident. So I think it was a lot harder, honestly.
Was it the same for us when Ant wasn't in there?
It was the same thing for us.
Yeah, right.
Because we had to actually play as a team and not just like let Ant just get in his zone and think that he can make every shot and dribble around the whole team and try to get the ball off. Like, I mean, Wemby or not, our transition sucks defensively. We go down and score, and then there's a fast break opportunity. I'm like, what are you guys doing?
You're making me sad.
Get back and play defense. Wemby or not. It's like, and then I don't understand, like, I'm sure Chris Finch is yelling the same things, but like nothing changes for the course of the game. So I don't know.
Somebody answer his question. Please.
I think it's frustrating to watch, and I know that we should be happy we won, but I didn't have a lot of confidence in our team after that game.
Forgive me, my memory's terrible. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Saucy.
No.
We won the first game of the series, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
and we played well, and we moved the ball around, and it was like, wow, this is really efficient. Like this is what team basketball looks like. And then the more minutes the Ant gets, it's just the Ant show.
At this point, who would you put your money on if you had to bet that the one of them wins their series that we're currently in, the Wild or the Wolves?
The Wild.
Well, if the Wild lose tonight, it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough because you put Wemby will play game 5. They're 9.5-point favorites back home. I mean, it's what is it, a 3-game series now at this point? Mm-hmm. Are you going to bet that the Wolves can win 2 out of the next 3 when 2 of them would be in San Antonio? That's a good question, Hogs. Very good sports question.
Well, I'm a big sports guy now.
Yeah.
I've turned the corner.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
Corliss?
I don't feel great about either.
Yeah.
Trying to determine which one I feel better about. I don't know. It's really close.
If they were both 2-2, I'd take the Wild.
Just because of the variance in hockey.
Yeah, and the Wild showed on Saturday, their season was on the line.
It wasn't a fluke at
right
all
when it started.
Right.
They ran them over. Like that was so fun to watch. I'd probably have to take the Wolves. That's Corey's favorite team.
It is.
Sure. I don't know.
Why do you not care?
I don't have a hot take. I wish I did. I think they're both in trouble. I mean, they're both still dogs, right? They're both still underdogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't feel great about either one of them. But I think either one of them could do it.
Man.
I think so, too. I don't know.
I mean, it'd be great if they both pulled it off. Yes.
Yeah, why not both?
Yeah, why not both?
We are the last city with both of our teams.
Was it Kurt Bills?
No,
I know that, honey.
Oh, Rosie knew that, Zach.
Dude, I love it. You
Yeah.
know what? Let's go optimism.
Yeah.
Why not us? Why not now? If not, win now. Or something like that.
Yeah, Zach De La Roca.
Right.
While they're going to win tonight, we're going to even it up, and then we can have this conversation tomorrow when they're both 2-2.
Every other night being playoff games for Minnesota teams is kind of
pretty
sweet.
fun.
Yeah, it's kind of sweet.
And I don't really like sports, but
And
I've had fun.
And 7 o'clock starts, also kind of sweet.
Ideal.
Yeah, ideal.
It'd be nice if it was 11:30 in the morning instead.
Oh, it'd be nice if it started at 9 a.m. when we got there.
That'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
All right, Vikings news in a second. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Loose line tonight, everybody. We'll see you there.
It's time for Vikings news on the Power Trip, presented by
Radco, your truck accessory pro store. Thank you, Radco. Right into Vikings news we go here on the Power Trip Morning Show. As Leber's over there. Hey, Ben. Hey, Ben.
He's talking to Corey.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. What's up?
Sorry. I went right into Vikings news.
Oh, yeah. Do we have any?
We're talking. Yeah, I have something for you.
Do you?
I do have a question for
Okay.
you. Why do you think suddenly it is being floated to everybody that it is a true competition at quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings? Why do you think that is something that is suddenly becoming a news story?
Okay. Well, why is it a news story?
Do you think it's done purposefully, I guess is my guess?
No, I don't.
Question. Okay. All right. Got it.
I don't think so. I just think that people are they're looking for things to talk about with the Vikings, and all the whole time that's citing Kyler Murray, that's all they've ever talked about.
Yeah.
So like it's not news to any one of us that's the verbiage and the phrasing that they're using.
Right.
Now, whether or not you believe it, I think that's another thing. But I think the messaging the whole time has been like, we're not anointing Kyler Murray. Like, we're bringing him in for a competition. Like, we know that. Now, there have been little things here and there where I think KOC said something like, it might be good for JJ to like just, I think he said take a seat or something like that, or sit back this year or something like that. Kind of paraphrasing sort of what the vibe that he was giving out. But so it does seem like it's Kyler's job to lose, but I don't know. I think that as much as they can, they'll try to make it a true quarterback competition. And, you look at what Brian O'Neill has said on a recent podcast with somebody else. Like, he was just talking about how much the team loves JJ. And, I think that they really rally behind his personality and who he is. And so, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I mean, he seems like the locker room favorite. And we don't really know how much Kyler has ingratiated himself to the team yet and how much they're rallying behind him, because that's,
it's a new guy.
It's a big factor. And a new guy's got to come in and you got to kind of sway the team. I think it's a very interesting dynamic, just the whole thing, because JJ really has a pretty good grip on the personalities and the way that locker room operates. And if they all know that it's Kyler's team, like where do they kind of put their quote unquote alliances, Right. And ultimately, obviously they're all professionals, and come Sundays, they're just going to rally behind who's ever calling the plays in the huddle. But it is definitely an interesting situation.
Well, I only brought it up because .com Tom, our guy, actually was talking to Rich Eisen about it and said that he says his exact verbiage was they envision it as being a true competition. He says, and both those guys going into the building believe they're going to win the job. I don't know how friendly, frankly, that quarterback room is going to be.
And we'll never know, Ben, what was said to Kyler Murray when he visited the Vikes, because again, they're getting a sweet deal. They're paying him almost nothing. almost zero risk on the Viking side. So Kyler could have offered that free roll to any team that needed a starting quarterback in the NFL. He picked us because they must have said something in terms of what they believed was possible for him here. Maybe short of guaranteeing him the job, but I don't think he comes here unless he thinks it's overwhelmingly likely he's starting week 1. So maybe if you frame it that there's a true competition, that's more to motivate JJ, I think, than Kyler. I think Kyler knows outside of injury he's starting.
Well, Kyler and his agent they're not blind. You know, they saw what happened with JJ last year, and they know obviously that the Vikings are looking for other services to bolster that room and to bring in true competition. So it could very well be a Daniel Jones situation where he walked into the Colts and they're like, hey, we can't guarantee anything, but we'll give you a 1-year rental deal, and all you got to do is get into a competition with Richardson, and it's up to you whether or not you think that you can beat out Anthony Richardson. Now, and then Daniel Jones like, I see the writing on the wall here. I know that I can beat this guy out, maybe just in situationally and also just in personal confidence. And so maybe he just walked in, and maybe it's the same thing here. It's like, well, it's a true competition. You got to beat this guy out. And he might be like, I look what I've done in Arizona.
Hello.
Yeah. Like, I know I can beat this guy out. So yeah, give me a 1-year rental in this system that has produced some high caliber players with a lot of yards, and I'll get a fat new contract after 1 year, whether it's with you guys or somebody else. So,
and JJ's young and he's got a future, and maybe this is a year where he gets a lot better, and at some point he is a starting quarterback, even if it's not this year.
Right.
You don't want to destroy his confidence right now. Can I ask another question, please?
Yeah.
So I was listening to the Star Tribune, the Gessling podcast, right? And those three were breaking things down. They were talking about our newest wide receiver 3, Juwan Jennings.
Yeah.
And talk to me about this, because I found it interesting, and I don't know much about anything, but I do know that this is interesting. Part of the reason they were excited to bring him in is not only because they got a great deal on him, much like they did Kyler Murray, Corey, as you were just saying, they got a great deal on Juwan Jennings, but also wide receiver 3 on this team is not like other teams. On this team, you've got to know how to play all 3 positions, and that leads to needing a veteran there and not a Ty Felton kind of player. Is that right?
I think that's correct. Yeah, I mean, the receivers have talked about that ad nauseum, in this system. There's not just an X and a Z and a W or whatever you want to call it as a slot guy. I mean, you have to know every single position. And if you watch Justin Jefferson, he's playing all over the field. I mean, he's doing stuff in the backfield. He's doing all sorts of different motions. He's on the left side where he's on the ball. He's on the right side where he's with the tight end and he's off the ball. I mean, he's doing everything, which is, I think, a little unique for a lot of offenses. So, yeah, and we also understand, what's been going on with Jordan Addison, and you're hedging your bets that, if he falls and gets into trouble again somewhere down the road, that you've got a competent number 2 receiver that can step right in and not cross your fingers that like, oh, we got to have this young guy step up. So Jennings brings a lot of experience. He brings a tenacity and attitude to the not only the receiver room but also to the offense that I think people are really going to appreciate, just like the toughness that he displays, and then he also has position versatility. So it seems like a great deal all around.
Good.
What do you think the fan reaction is going to be if JJ starts week 1?
I hope.
And by the way, not because of injury.
Yeah.
If it truly, if everything we just discussed is real, and JJ is the starter and Kyler is healthy and number 2, what's the fan reaction?
Well, I hope optimism and excitement, because if you have to believe that right now, the way it stands, that there is a true quarterback battle. And if you're saying, oh my gosh, the coaching staff thinks that this guy gives us a better chance to win than Kyler Murray, then let's go. I mean, I don't know. I would get excited about that. And I like the opportunity that if things don't go well and he gets 5 or 6 games where he doesn't play well, well, then we got a really exciting backup as well. So then maybe he comes in and brings a spark to this offense. So I don't think that you really can go wrong in either direction. I think there's going to be some shock and awe with it of like, I can't believe this. And I'm sure people are going to think there's some politics behind it. But I really think that they're looking for, I think it is all business. I do not think that they're trying to placate to anybody. I don't think that there's going to be any politics involved. I think they're just like, no, we want to generate as much competition at every single position, and quarterback is no exception. So may the best man win.
They need to win a playoff game. They need to get to
There's
the
too
playoffs.
much riding on the season.
Correct.
There's too much riding on the season. There's too much talent on this team. This is not like a rebuilding year per se. We're like, oh, we're just going to get cute and let's win a few games and be competitive. No, like there's no reason why we can't compete to win this division. None at all.
Correct.
Right.
And so I don't think there's any messing around with, oh, let's just like, win a few games and put ourselves in a good position for a really talented 2027 draft class. And maybe we have some more money to spend. And then maybe we have, we should have a real GM at that point in time. No, this is not just a wasted year. This is a year where let's go for it. Let's go. Let's see what
jobs are on the line. They got to win.
Well,
they have to win.
Here's something else I found interesting about that podcast is they were talking about rookie minicamp was only one day this year. And they insinuated, I'm putting words in their mouth, but basically what they were saying is that the coaches have intimated they're going to pay close attention to soft tissue injuries and making sure they don't wear out their players this year. Because, and I guess the inference is that we have been very beat up, especially last year, across the board at almost every position. You got to stay healthy to win in this league. What do you think of that?
I will disagree with that.
Okay, good. Thank you.
I think that when it comes to soft tissue injuries, that conditioning matters and football conditioning matters. And I think that we're seeing more soft tissue injuries because of the lack of football that we do in the offseason.
Oh, really?
And I think going further away from that is not necessarily that's not the logic that I would use. And I'm not saying that you have to beat these guys in the ground, but I think that you have to test these guys. You have to harden your system. And the only way to harden your system is to go out there and just get high velocity reps, not just doing walkthroughs, you can do the mentals, do the mental part of the game, but the mental part of the game has to be done full speed anyway when it comes to game time. So do all of that as full speed as you can in this time of year. So I think that the whole league is going towards this model, and I think I disagree. I mean, we had significantly, I feel like, in my playing days, and again, I know this is old man on the porch, but I feel like in my playing days, we had less soft tissue injuries going into training camp than they have now. And we were checking into camp mid-March.
December, yeah.
It felt like that. But it's mid-March, and we're out there doing quote-unquote phase one, where we were running conditioning, doing football-specific drills. Like we were dropping back in the coverage. We were dropping on 45s. We were doing all that stuff in March and April. And so when it came time to do OTAs and minicamp, like it wasn't a new movement for our body, certainly at that capacity and with an exploding in and out of breaks. You had been doing it. So your body's kind of adjusted and used to it.
Does it matter if you're hitting, though, and wearing pads? I mean, can it be football movements without pads and without hitting?
Yeah, well, they never did that. I mean, we never, even when I played, we didn't have pads on. We had helmets on and softy spider pads on, but we didn't have shoulder pads on. So the physical part wasn't it. It was just how full speed we were going.
Gotcha, okay.
And the conditioning part of it, it wasn't just like, hey, we're going to go run some hills or we're going to go do some sprints today. Part of our conditioning was we're doing football-specific drills, but we're doing it at full speed. So we had linebacker-specific drills. The receivers had receiver-specific drills. Like they were running the route tree as part of a conditioning drill, but they're doing it full speed with the strength and conditioning staff. And so it wasn't just like, hey, we're going to go out there and run a bunch of 40s today. There was part of that too, but you got to put your body in football movements, and you got to do it over and over and over again. So when these guys get into minicamp coming up in OTAs and they're exploding out of a 45-degree break to change direction for the first time in a long time. Well, yeah, that's when you get a hamstring pop. That's when you get a calf strain. That's when you roll your ankle a little bit. Like, that's when soft tissue injuries happen. So.
Rosie, come on.
That's not funny.
You did say something with PA the other day, too, that kind of struck me as how much more people know about their health and about eating and about carbing up and all that stuff these days, and how much better it would have been for you.
Yeah.
So by that logic, they should be healthier. Right.
Well, the recovery aspect is so much better.
Yeah.
So much better. I mean, top to bottom, the nutrition and the wellness part of sports and just part of, I mean, all of us, I mean, just human beings is better than it was 20 years ago. So
I know that, honey.
Rosie.
So I actually think this is the time where you can press on these guys even more, because the ability for these guys to recover from the end of practice into the next day is 10 times greater than what it was when I was playing. I mean, you've seen it, Hawk. I mean, they have that whole room with those Normatec boots and those lazy boy recliners. It's like a dark room where you just like get to go and, flush your legs out for 30 minutes and take a nap. I mean,
God, that sounds awesome.
That wasn't even a thing.
Nice.
Like they've got cold tubs and hot tubs and modalities and all the nutrition and all the things that they could be taking. Like these guys can get their bodies ready in 12 hours.
God, Winter Park, man, seems like it seems like the dark ages, doesn't it?
I mean, the training room at Winter Park was. It seems like no bigger than both of these studios.
I felt like every time I walked through there, and of course the reporters, we had to walk through the shower area to get where we were going, and like you were going to slip and bust your head on the floor. It's just I can't believe that was an NFL caliber locker room. I can't believe
a lot of people felt like that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I know.
Right.
That was an upgrade. Definitely was
the cold
needed.
tubs right there. Just you'd walk by and there'd be Randy Moss sitting in the cold tub right there. What's going on?
And the hot tub never worked.
Yeah, right.
It's like Major League.
It was like Major League.
It really was.
Yeah. Pete Sauce took you to see that movie when you were like 7.
Yeah, 7. I haven't let him forget it. Wasn't the bit that they didn't have AC in that building at like the end of Red's
Anthony
bit?
Carter?
He was there in like the 80s.
No, air conditioning, sorry.
I don't know. I don't remember actually.
I think in the big room, the big practice barn. I don't think there was
the
AC.
indoor.
But I don't think
No, there was no AC in there.
Yeah.
We just opened the doors.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't actually remember AC being in the building at all.
Yeah, that's what Pete always says, that there was not this Pete Bursich.
I love Pete Bursich.
And it never affected us because we were underground. Like all the player stuff was all underground. Like we were in the basement of that building the whole time. Like we never went upstairs.
Do you think in the Saved by the Bell universe that AC Slater went on to play like pro football or at least collegiate football? Like, how good was he, do you think?
I think he had a terrible accident as a college freshman with drinking.
With Twinkie?
Drinking.
With
Twinkie?
Twinkie?
Twinkie. Who the hell's Twinkie? Was there a character called Twinkie on that show?
That doesn't hold up well.
Wait, I still don't know. What are you referring to in the show? What accent did he have?
No, Chris just is.
I'm making it up.
Predicting that Slater got into drinking and maybe.
Oh, gosh.
No, there was the drunk driving episode of Saved by the Bell where they crashed. What was it? Lisa's car.
Yeah, Lisa's. Mercedes.
Unlike every other person on the planet, apparently, I didn't see every episode of that show.
Yeah, well,
you were in the wrong generation, buddy.
Right,
but then if you go back and look at it, any episode that showed Slater highlights, the turf was always different in every highlight.
It wasn't actually Mario Lopez, but I'm just saying he was a dominant wrestler and a dominant football player.
Yeah.
I got to think he got D1 scholarship kind of level stuff, right? I would think so.
Yeah.
He must have gone D1.
Yeah.
Played for some
UCLA.
California. Exactly. Some California school.
Let me ask you this, Cor. Do you know what the school was called that they went to in the college episodes?
No.
Because I don't. I'm just asking.
No.
No, I don't either.
Don't remember.
This computer doesn't have the internet, or I'd look it up.
That's a good point. Did he play football in the college?
Yeah, I think he
years?
did. Yeah,
he must have.
Did. Yeah.
So did we just accidentally answer my own question?
You might have. Let's see.
So he played D1 football at a fictional university. Was that a fictional university?
Has to be.
I love that he has to look it up on his phone because our computers are so bad.
Yeah, this one doesn't have the internet. It says it's May 4th, 6:58 a.m.
AC Slater did not play college football on Saved by the Bell the college years. Instead, he was recruited and competed on the wrestling team. While he was a high school football and wrestling star at Bayside, his athletic journey during the primetime spinoff focused exclusively on the wrestling mats.
California University.
California.
And
he was a quarterback for the Bayside Tigers. He played baseball alongside Zach Morris in select episodes. I didn't know that.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that at all. Is that AI?
Yes,
that might be wrong. I have no memory of them playing baseball.
Well, you've been marked
Zach
by AI.
Sports.
Yeah.
I, for one, think AI is right about everything.
Yeah, Core.
The new Overlord is perfect. And shows me some weird pictures.
You need help.
You're right.
Band 5 in a second. Headlines later. More with Ben Leber. This is the Power 2 Morning Show on the Fan.
From the 1-800 Ask Gary